It began with war. Striking at the Outer Rim, the Mandalorian clans went to war with the Republic. It was a long and brutal struggle, yet despite the pleas of the Senate, the Jedi refused to get involved. Feeling the cries of innocent deaths through the Force, two Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, chose to ignore the will of the Council and intervene in the war, bringing with them many Jedi who were sympathetic to the Republic's needs. With Revan leading the charge, the war began to turn in the Republic's favor until finally, at Malachor V, the Mandalorians were defeated. But Revan and Malak were changed. They disappeared with much of the great army of the Jedi and Republic soldiers that had defeated the threat, escaping into the unknown regions. They returned as Sith, corrupted by the dark side, ready to wage war on a fragile Republic and stagnant Jedi Order. The strongest shall lead. That is the way of the Sith, and so it was inevitable that Malak would turn on Revan. When that happened, Revan was destroyed, and Malak set about decimating the Republic. But the dark side is nothing more than a corruption of the Force. For every dark threat, there is a beacon of light to oppose it. High above the planet Taris, the hands of destiny were in play, working to bring a Republic soldier, Logan Starr, and a gifted Jedi named Bastila Shan together. Even as Logan and a decorated hero, Cartho Nassi, crashed on the occupied world below, fate appeared to be guiding them towards Bastila. Allies became a valuable asset on a world under the control of the Sith. Together with a Mandalorian, a young Twi'lek, and an 8-foot-tall Wookiee, Logan and Carth managed to free Bastila and escape Taris as Darth Malak lay to waste its surface. No one is sure how the Force works, not even the Jedi Council. When Logan Starr appeared before them on the sanctuary world of Dantooine, his connection to the Force seemed to surprise even the wisest of masters. Yet his connection to Bastila was even more profound. Together they saw visions of the past, of the journey Malak and his master Revan undertook as they fell into darkness. So the Jedi decided to train Logan in the ways of the Force, to teach him compassion and restraint, to guide him towards his destiny, one he shared with Bastila. Together they would follow the path of Revan and Malak and hope to find a way to end the war and stop the Sith. The first clue to the Sith's power came on Dantooine itself. Ancient ruins held the secrets of an old and forgotten race. A rundown droid spoke of a star forge, and a star map showed the way. But one was not enough. To follow the paths of Revan, the Jedi would need to find each star map hidden across 4 other worlds. The Sith had plans of their own. Calo Nord, a bounty hunter and survivor of the destruction of Taris, found himself gaining an audience with the Dark Lord of the Sith. Having encountered Bastila and Logan on the destroyed world, Calo, a rival of Canderous, was eager for another encounter and with the blessing of the Sith, set about tracking down his adversaries. For Logan Starr, the journey that began on Taris now led him to Kashyyyk, home of the towering Wookiees. It was a world enslaved by corporate greed and traitorous sons. Zerka Corporation, who had ties to the Exchange, had no feelings of remorse as they sent Wookiee slaves to the far reaches of the galaxy and plundered their homeworld for resources. For Logan's Wookiee ally Zalbar, though, it was about something more. It was about the blood of his family, the loyalty of his tribe, something lost on his brother Chundar, who openly helped keep the tribes from revolting against Zerka. The jungle world of Kashyyyk is full of dangers, betrayals, and surprises, and when Logan discovered an old Jedi living in the dark corners of the Shadowlands, the truth of Chundar's betrayals came to light. An old and broken Wookiee, Freyr, father of both Zalbar and Chundar, had been cast out of the tribe and sent to the Shadowlands to live with insanity before death. As Logan and his companions found the star map hidden in the jungle, Freyr found that his will to set things right remained, and with these new allies, he had the strength to stand before his fallen son and restore pride to his people. With his father and brother Zalbar standing against him, Chundar, consumed by the power Zerka had given him, fought to the bitter end, his death the first in a rebellion. The Wookiees had rediscovered their strength, their will to be free, and without Chundar holding them back, keeping them tamed, They turned on their masters, and Zerka, for all their wealth, were powerless against the might of the Wookiee tribes. But as the Wookiees fought for their freedom high in the trees, down below, in the Shadowlands, Calo Nord waited for his prey, and as the eyes of the jungle watched, face to face, Calo and Logan fought intensely until the Jedi, guided by the Force, struck down his enemy. The Wookiees were victorious, their people freed. Visions of death, of the past and future haunted Logan's dreams, as Malak, determined to capture Bastila, stood on the bridge of his flagship, planning his next move. On Kashyyyk, though, the troubles of war were forgotten for one night as the Wookiees celebrated freedom, and Logan pondered the future. They would soon leave the jungle world with a small victory, but with their fates unclear, their futures uncertain. The veil of the dark side would soon fall.